Hey, what's up, guys? There was another school shooting. This little bastard killed one person and injured four others. And the comments underneath this story are pretty disturbing. There are a lot of anti-gun comments. People are saying we need to ban guns. The Second Amendment is outdated. And it's really frustrating because trying to argue with these anti-gun people, you don't get anywhere. They're really stupid. They don't want to reason. And no matter how many statistics you give them, they call you stupid. They'll call you a redneck. And it's extremely frustrating trying to reason with these idiots. And the point I keep bringing up is that car accidents kill way more people each year than guns do. And when I tell them that, they say, yeah, well, guns are designed to kill people, cars aren't. Like, that really matters. I mean, if cars kill more people each year than guns, what does it matter if a gun is designed to kill and a car isn't? And, 9/11, over 3,000 people were killed without the use of guns. That was a mass murder, basically. And, planes kill people. Should we ban planes? I mean, cars kill more people than guns. Should we ban cars? I mean, if you don't like the Second Amendment, it's part of our country, it's part of our Constitution. If you really don't like the Second Amendment and you are really that afraid to live in our country, then just move. Because the rest of us shouldn't have to change our Constitution and our whole government, basically, just because, there's some little assholes out there that take a gun to school and shoot the school up. Now, even if this kid didn't have a gun, what's to say, he wouldn't go to another option, like burn his school down or try to build a bomb. I mean, I never tried to build a bomb, but I don't think it's that hard. If the guy who blew up the Oklahoma City Oklahoma City bombings, he killed 168 people. And I'm sure that guy wasn't a rocket scientist. Maybe he was, but, a lot of people that build bombs, they don't have to be very complex bombs. I'm pretty sure it's not that hard. I mean, what if this kid just filled up a weed sprayer with gasoline, walked into school, sprayed a couple kids down, and set them on fire? I mean, there are a million different ways to kill people. Now, you could argue that guns make it easier to kill people, which might be true, but the rest of us shouldn't have to suffer because there are some irresponsible gun owners out there that let their kids have access to weapons and, other idiots out there that make us all look bad. And some of the other statements that were really annoying me, they were saying that maybe if there were more responsible gun owners in the world, this wouldn't have happened. And, that's the thing that really pisses me off, is because there are way more responsible gun owners than irresponsible gun owners. It's just that responsible gun owners don't make the news, so there's nothing to report. And if we do make the news and we, defend our, we do something good with our gun, like, fight off a bad guy, it makes the news for like a day and that's it. But these mass shootings, they'll stay in the news for months, and the Democrats really have a field day with them. And, the Constitution is what it is. If you don't like it, too bad. We're not going to change it. And if you think we need to change it, then you really aren't a patriot. You might as well think that we need to start a whole new country. I mean, another comment that was really pissing me off was somebody was saying that, we don't need to be afraid. I don't think King George and the British are going to come back anytime soon. And, it's just the stupid people like that just don't understand what the Second Amendment is about, that really get under my skin. Other people say, you don't need a 30-round magazine to hunt deer. Hunting is not what the Constitution is about at all. And when you tell these people what the Constitution is about, it was written so we could protect ourselves against our own government, people start to think you're crazy. Like, oh, you think our government's going to attack us? Because a lot of these people, they just watch the mainstream media. They're, addicted to watching either sports or the stupid TV shows. They're just distracted. Now, distractions are good. It's good to have healthy distractions, but I mean, a lot of these people are way too distracted, and they just think our government is good. It's never going to, come against us. And, I'd like to think that too, that we're never going to have to, get serious about our government taking away our rights. But it seems nowadays that we're losing a lot of our rights. I mean, look at the National Defense Authorization Act. And if they do try to go after our Second Amendment, I don't think they'll ever say, you know what, guns are banned, no more guns, because I think the government will know that people will just freak out. But they might try to reinstate an assault weapons ban, which would suck. So, if they're going to reinstate an assault weapons ban, you got to look at it. It's not permanent. I don't think they could make it permanent, because if a Republican president gets back into the White House, they'll probably change things. So I think worst case scenario, though, the Democrats could reinstate an assault weapons ban, but I don't think it's going to be permanent. And it just gets me pissed off when these stupid little punks bring a gun into school and shoot up the place and make the rest of us look bad. I mean, some of them are crazy, like Cho and that whatever that other kid who shot the congresswoman, Jared something. Those guys are crazy, but some of them were bullied, and that's what they do to fight back against bullies. Now, you got to be crazy either way to bring a gun and shoot somebody over something like being bullied, but these bullies need to be held responsible. The bullies at Columbine, they should have found out who they were, and they should have been, if not punished with jail time, they just should have been, I don't know, called out and said, you're a piece of shit, you're responsible for all these deaths. And it's just, I get really pissed off every time I see another school shooting. And another thing that's annoying is, I live in South Florida, and every night you turn on the news, there's tons of reports about kids shooting each other, teenage and gang activities, shooting and killing each other, but they really never make national news. It's only when a kid brings a gun into a school or something and they shoot it up that it really makes the national news, and people get all pissed off about guns and things like that. If anything, we need to make gun laws more strict. For example, anybody who possesses a gun, buys or sells a gun illegally should go to prison for life. I'm fine with that. If I was ever convicted of a felony and I did something wrong and I say, what, I'm still going to own a gun, I don't care. I deserve to go to jail for that. We have to have some limitations, and I think a strict, no tolerance gun law like that would do some good. I mean, it's tough, if somebody was deemed mentally defective, they really shouldn't own a gun until they got their situation cleared up. Once it's cleared up and they're told they could own a gun again, it's a different story. But I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just hard because there are so many anti-gun people out there that just don't understand what the Constitution is about. They don't even understand what the Second Amendment is about, let alone the entire Constitution. And it just really pisses me off because I was on this, page not the whole night, but I would say almost like 2 hours just debating people, and you really can't debate them. After you tell them all the facts and statistics, like they start calling you a redneck, or they start making fun of you because they have nothing else to say. And gun control, it's a pretty hard thing to handle, but make the gun laws more strict. Anyone who buys, sells, or possesses a gun illegally should get life in prison. I think that's a pretty fair law if that was ever the case, because I'm always going to abide the law whether or not I like it. I'm going to abide by it. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think, and I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm pretty sure it is. I think I covered everything. Alright, so let me know what you guys have to say.